One click, you can build your new Toyota. Get a quote. Search current special offers. You can even see offers not seen on TV. BuyAToyota.com.
Coming up on Toyota's Patriots Today. What is the driving force behind this 8-0 Colts team the Patriots will face this weekend?
It's like he three-step dropping every time. He's not.
Plus, we've got some numbers on the meetings between the Pats and Colts over the years that have made it such an interesting rivalry. And we'll update you on Patriots practice Thursday as they prepare to hit the road this weekend.
Welcome to Toyota's Patriots Today, brought to you by the Toyota Tundra.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Toyota's Patriots Today. I'm Christina Acra. Everybody knows by now to expect a tough competition for the Patriots on the road to Indy this weekend. But how exactly has this Colts team been able to stay undefeated? Perhaps it's the performance of their leader, Peyton Manning, so far this season. Brian Lowe's got a closer look right now in this week's opponent breakdown, brought to you by American Airlines.
8 games down, 8 wins for the Indianapolis Colts this year. There have been some blowouts. There have been some narrow victories. One way or another, the Colts have remained unbeaten.
They're undefeated for a reason, so they've been playing, good football. My thing is, good football teams find a way to win. I don't care, how you win. They find a way to win, and that's what they've been doing.
What the Colts do begins with Peyton Manning, naturally. He's once again having an MVP-caliber campaign, having thrown at least 300 yards passing in all but one game. While he still has mainstays like wideout Reggie Wayne and his 6 touchdowns, along with the NFL's leading pass-catching tight end in Dallas Clark, he also has successfully incorporated newcomers like Austin Collie and Pierre Garçon into the mix. Manning might be tested by defenses at times, but it never seems to matter.
He looks at the defense, he surveys and sees what you're in and just tries to beat you. It's a route and a run to beat every coverage or defensive front.
We can make all the throws and he make good decisions at the line and quick decisions, and we got to be ready to go. Especially in the secondary, we got to be ready to play this week.
The key to throwing off the Colts offense is getting after Manning. Yet here's the problem. No defense has really been able to do that. Among QBs who have started every one of his team's games this year, Manning has been sacked the fewest, just 7 times.
It's like he three-step dropping every time. He's not. It's just the timing. He's so great with timing his receivers, his backs. They be on the same page. It is rarely that you see them not on the same page. So it's tough. Even sometimes you come scot-free, the ball is out.
Well, but the only way to sack him really is to, for somebody to come that he doesn't expect, that the guy's blocked and he beats a block and Peyton's not thinking about him, or for some reason he just doesn't see him. But he, if he sees him coming, he'll get rid of the ball.
Much like the Patriots this year, the Colts of late have squandered some red zone opportunities, settling for more field goals than they'd probably like over the last 2 weeks. Close, low-scoring wins over the 49ers and Texans. While their passing game is number 1 in the entire league, their rushing game is near the bottom with the combination of Joseph Adai and Donald Brown. That tandem of the veteran Adai and the rookie Brown has reached the end zone 7 times, but Indy has just a 3.7 yards per carry average. Looking at the Colts' defense, there are similarities to their offense in this sense. Some of those familiar faces from past years are still very much around, specifically Dwight Freeney, who remarkably has a sack in every game this year, and fellow defensive end Robert Mathis, who has 6.5 sacks of his own. But the Colts' secondary is not quite intact. At cornerback, Indy has rookies Gerard Powers and Jacob Lacey in starting roles. They will certainly be tested by Randy Moss and Wes Welker.
As an offense, you have to be prepared for the things they do well and their strengths, which obviously is their pass rush. Counteract that with things that you do well.
In other words, let the 2009 edition of the Pats-Colts chess match begin.
Thank you, Brian. Stay with us. We'll be right back with some numbers on this weekend's matchup.
Patriots Today is brought to you by American Airlines. With flights to 250 cities in 40 countries around the world, we know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
With one click, you can build your new Toyota. Get a quote. Search current special offers. You can even see offers not seen on TV. BuyAToyota.com.
Welcome back to Patriots Today. Well, it's a Sunday night football matchup for the Patriots this weekend, and right now we're taking a look at how they've done in past performances under the spotlight of primetime, along with how they've done in past performances against the Colts. Here's your news and numbers brought to you by the Verizon Gridiron Challenge. Although the Patriots and Colts are not in the same division, this Sunday's game will mark the 7th straight year that the two teams have met in the regular season. This week's game will also be the 5th straight year that the Patriots and Colts have met in the first half of November, and also in that stretch, this will be the 5th time that at least one of the two teams has been undefeated. Going into their game on November 4th, 2007, both teams were undefeated. Through 6 games this season, Wes Welker has 55 catches. If Welker can maintain his 9-catch-per-game stretch through the season, he will have a total of 128 catches, despite missing 2 games due to injury. A season total of 128 catches would rank second in NFL history behind Marvin Harrison's league record 143 receptions in 2002, and would also shatter Welker's single-season franchise record of 112 catches. The Patriots have a 15-13 all-time record when playing on Sunday Night Football. Its last 2 Sunday night contests, both in 2008 against San Diego and most recently an 18-15 loss at Indy just over a year ago. The Patriots' last win in a Sunday night matchup was against the Eagles in a 31-28 victory at Gillette Stadium in late November of 2007. Coming up right after this, we'll be back with more from Brian Lowe and Patriots practice on Thursday.
With one click, you can build your new Toyota. Get a quote. Search current special offers. You can even see offers not seen on TV. BuyAToyota.com.
Hold on there, buddy. I got something to tell you. Even the best of us get dull after a while. It's time to change your blade. All us Fusion blades have an indicator strip, and when it fades to white, change your blade for a better shade. Whoa! Fresh blade, better shade.
That's what we prepare ourselves for every week. We have to be ready at the drop of a hat to go in there and get the job done. And that's what's expected of me, and that's what I try to do.
That was Dan Connolly, who did a great job stepping in mid-game for Dan Copen when he went out with an injury. We can assume, I guess, at this point that Connolly's the center for the game this weekend. What did you see at practice?
Yeah, I think that would be safe. I mean, Dan Copen, again, wasn't out there. And it seems like that might be a seamless transition in the short term. Dan Connolly talking in the locker room today about he takes a lot of snaps before every practice with Tom Brady. I think there's a comfort level there. But, yeah, Copen not out there during media access portion Thursday. A lot of the same guys who weren't there on Wednesday, again, not there on Thursday. Randy Moss was out there. Ty Warren was out there during stretching. Brandon Merriweather hasn't been out there. That's an interesting one to watch, a starting safety. He hasn't been out this week. And then still the overall number of players they have at the skill positions, wide receiver, running back, tight end, still some of the same guys not out there. Now, another very important part from practice today, very important note, is Bill Belichick's practice ensemble, wearing his Patriots pom-pom hat and a jacket, and then shorts, which is interesting. It's a very chilly, windy day, so he's worn that a few times. I think he debuted that hat at the Denver game this year, one of the Patriots' throwback games.
It's a popular hat. It's a very popular. It's a throwback hat. Yeah.
Sure. And when Bill Belichick wears it, it becomes even more popular. It's a great fashion statement. He's done this a few times at practice this year.
Maybe his ears get cold out there.
Yeah, but not the legs,
knees,
not the knees.
Not the knees. You should try that. It's a good look.
I'll keep that in mind tomorrow.
The Patriots are down a handful of guys with injuries, but so are the Colts. They have some key guys out as well.
Absolutely. The secondary for sure. Now, what's interesting to me in talking about some of these injured guys, the Patriots-Colts game from last year, a lot of the key players from that game, players who had a meaningful pro or con moments in that game, aren't really around. On the Colts side, Anthony Gonzalez had both touchdowns for the Colts last year. He's been out all season with an injury, probably not playing again. Adam Vinatieri, the former Patriots kicker, he had the game-winning field goal last year in the game. It was an 18-15 game, a field goal, about 8 minutes left in the game. He's out. And then on the Patriots side, injury or not so much injury, but a lot of the key guys aren't around anymore. Matt Castle threw an interception, threw a deep ball to Jabbar Gaffney, very memorable play that Gaffney didn't catch at the end of the third quarter. They aren't out there. David Thomas had a huge penalty in that game. You remember, an unnecessary roughness. It's just very interesting, whether injury-related or offseason moves, a lot of the critical components from last year's game, what made that game, really the scoring and everything else in that game, aren't going to be there this time. but then you still have Manning, you still have Brady, you still have a lot of these same guys. So
Staples,
it was just something noteworthy in looking back at last year's game leading into this one.
Bill Belichick also said that there's numerous new faces, so just as well as they know them, there's still a lot of unknowns and the new faces on the team.
And we should say their head coach, Tony Dungy out, Jim Caldwell in. So
that counts too.
Sure.
All right, well, we have one more day to wrap up the look at the Patriots against the Colts for Sunday's game, and we will be back tomorrow on Friday with all the latest right here on Toyota's Patriots Today.